Introduce yourself, Coach. What you want to say?
Chachi Sullivan, defensive coordinator here, Hough here, DB coach. Pleasure to be here, fellas.
All right, so I have one question since you say you're a DB coach in the DC. So a lot of people around the city know that, you're a great DB coach, and I feel like for the most part, you're just as good as a DB coach as you are a defensive coordinator. Defense looked amazing, and my question is, how do you keep everybody focused? You focus a lot on the DBs, but how do you let the interior, the D-line, the linebackers keep the same intensity as your DBs?
You have to hire people around you that are smarter than you, and are like-minded than you. Like, the main thing is we got an amazing coach on staff. I think I'm probably known because my name is Chachi, which is like a calling card all of itself. But the truth is, our defensive staff is amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I think, like you said, you've been here since 2010. Long tenure, long years of success.
Yeah.
What do you think, other than, like you said, you surround yourself with the right person, right people, how do you think, you're known as one of the best in the state. How do you think your training directly translates to kind of like, not brag about yourself, but like give yourself props? How do you think your training translates to all the success y'all have had defensively over the past years?
I think a lot of it has to do with staying power, being in power, being at the same place.
Yeah.
What happens is, over time, when you're not moving around, attacking you the same way.
Yeah.
So then in the offseason, you're giving me a master key, right? Like I'm audit-proofing the defense by checking all the boxes where people may have hurt us during the season. That's what we're doing in the spring.
Yeah.
So that's been the main thing for us. Is just we do a lot of self-scouting to make sure that we're attacking our own weaknesses, our offense where we think we may be vulnerable. So sometimes Coach Baker may hit us in some spots that we're asking him to do, and it makes us a better outfit.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
So I did some background checks on you, searching the web. I saw that you're real big into counseling and mental health.
Yeah.
How big of a factor does that play into being a successful coach of kids? Like, these kids are grown, they're teenagers, but at the end of the day, they're kids. And it's almost like this full-time job while in school. How much of a part does mental health play into your coaching to help these kids?
Well, let's say, let's call it health and wellness.
Okay.
Because it's not always mental health.
Right.
But for us, that's the secret sauce here. Even when I've been volunteering and working here. I've been working since 2010, like I said. But I've always worked with our players individually on those things. Right. You have some guys that are in different places, different circumstances at home. And we're constantly trying to preach the right things, but we base our whole defense. We're probably the only defense in the state or in the country that bases their defensive parameters around emotional intelligence. Yeah. It's imperative for us to understand what we need, and we can also kind of recognize when other teams are in a different place, their body laced. So we work on resilience. We work on things. We make practice very, very uncomfortable. I don't think that a coach can really motivate a kid until you see what motivates them. What I mean by that, we're constantly pushing them to a point, and it's a healthy environment where we can kind of help them understand where the piece is lacking.
Yeah.
So it's been a major, major part of what we do.
For sure. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I got two more questions for you.
Okay.
The first one is, like Coach Baker came over and said, you welcomed him into South Carolina State. Mm-hmm. You also welcomed him here at Hough. Mm-hmm. You've seen him grow as an offensive coordinator to now being the head coach he is now. And what does that look like? What is the growth you've seen in Coach Baker and everything around him being as a head coach now?
Well, we jailed from the moment we met, I think maybe 03.
Wow, yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Right? But we've always had a really, really, really positive relationship. And obviously he came in as an offensive player.
Yeah.
And it's been a privilege to kind of watch him do what he did. He almost didn't play as a freshman.
Right.
And the seniors, I was one of them, went to the head coach and said, hey, coach, he can't be down here on the scout team. He's hurting people.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I think he may have rushed for 800 yards as a freshman.
Wow.
So then after that, he was the all-time leader with All-Star.
South Carolina State Hall of Fame.
So then when he was coaching, I knew that he wasn't super happy in the role he was at, South Carolina State.
Right.
And we had two young running backs, and I said, Baker, you need to get up here and coach football. He was like, well, I need a job. And I'm saying, well, yeah, they'll hire you up here. He was like, how can you tell me they're going to hire me and I don't work in the school? But it's hard. The athletic director was already okay in it. He knew Baker from when Baker played at Waddell. So, it was kind of a bittersweet moment to see him leave and go to Cox Mill. We knew it was necessary for him eventually come back and be the head coach here.
Yeah.
That was kind of one that I always kind of wanted internally, you know. But I've watched him grow as a family man. You know, he's an amazing husband, amazing father. He's awesome with the guys. He's got the right balance. You know what I mean? Now I've watched him grow. As an offensive coordinator, head coach, and you know, kind of the top of the food chain right now.
Right. And my last question is, we got the best DB in North Carolina, the Big 22 Player of the Year. What makes him different from all the guys that you've seen, all the guys you work out with? You know, I found out you work out with Tevin, the guy that went to my high school.
Yeah.
And what makes Matthews just so different than the normal DB or the average DB? What makes him so different?
I think it's a combination of things. I think a part of it, he hit the genetic lottery. I think he's taller than both his parents. He's 6'1", so that's an ideal size for a cornerback. That's elite size for a cornerback. But then beyond the physical traits, he's got the right makeup. I think he was raised right. His parents both athletes. His sister's an athlete.
Right.
So they get how to preserve your body, to take care of yourself, how to be locked in, how to be focused, and then he's a student of the game. So like. Usually, you know, if you're on the level that he's on, you find some prima finals. It's not him. You know, him. Like, we have to stop him from working sometimes.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think people recognize the fact that, like, during the season, he's doing speed training. He doesn't take time off.
Right.
He works smart, you know what I mean? But, you know, he doesn't really take a lot of time off. So while other people are resting and relaxing, he's not.
Right.
And that's one of his greatest attributes. I think that when he goes to Texas, they're going to have to protect him from himself because he's a worker. You know what I mean? And he's super smart. So, like, now you're including the fact that he's a student of the game, and he's got some gifts from the man upstairs.
Yeah.
And I think that's what separates him.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate you, Coach.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime, fellas. Y'all stay out of trouble.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
We appreciate you, Coach.
Yep.
Covered, motherfucker.